All right, well, Governor Ron DeSantis continuing his pursuit. He has a dream of a statewide artificial intelligence bill of rights. I know when I say that conglomeration of words, you at home are probably going to say,
what?
I don't care about any of this. But it's interesting because it is sort of, there's a fissure in the Republican Party about this. Because Governor Ron DeSantis thinks Florida needs to lead the way when it comes to these artificial intelligence rights. Because really, and the truth is, something needs to happen. Because right now,
somebody needs to take the lead.
It's the Wild West. You don't know what kind of video. My dad sends me artificial intelligence videos all the time. Honestly, I think he thinks they're real.
I've fallen for some of them, and now I don't believe anything.
Oh, yeah, they'll get you. So it's happening. So the bill is probably dead this legislative session. And the reason is because they have not come to a consensus in the Republican Party of what they want. Pretty much the way the Florida House and Senate are structured right now, if all the Republicans can agree, anything can get through because they are in control by far. But there is a large contingent of Republicans who are listening to the president on this, and they want to defer to a national federal rule when it comes to artificial intelligence, and they don't want the states to infringe on that.
Okay.
So you'll see here, we have a soundbite from Governor Ron DeSantis, who wants laws, wants to be the one kind of
wants to take the
leading
lead.
the charge on this. And then there's the head of the Florida House who says, I think we should leave this to the feds.
There needs to be a way to pull the plug. I don't think you can say these machines are just going to be doing things and we're going to suffer harm and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
The federal government should take care of AI and whatever legislation or policy has to pass on a national level, as opposed to doing it on a state-by-state basis. I've been pretty consistent in stating that.
Okay, now some of these, make sense. So this week, the Senate passed a measure that would establish a right for parents to control children's interactions with AI chatbots. We've seen issues with those. You would think that would be something easy to agree on. The chamber had previously advanced a separate bill that would impose guardrails around these huge data centers, like the impact to the grid and the water use. They use millions of gallons of water.
Gosh,
everybody's saying,
energy.
we need more data centers for our AI.
No, communities hate when data centers come there.
They can raise your electric bill because they use so much. And the water usage on these data centers is crazy. And the water that comes through, they wash the chips and it ends up with heavy metals in it. It's not an easy thing to get rid of. So the House has not supported really any of this situation. It seems like the Senate might be siding more with the governor. The House, not so much. DeSantis is trying to push this through, but Speaker Daniel Perez says these regulations need to be handled by the feds. Just an interesting story. I know it's a little bit in the political weeds here. Something to keep an eye on, though, when people in the same party are jockeying back and forth, I think.